Hey YouTube, Zelakala here, and today I'm going to be bringing you a rotation battle. Now, I know that pretty much every YouTuber under the sun has done a rotation battle at some point during their YouTube career, but in my defense, this wasn't originally going to be a rotation team. What I was originally doing was I was looking at Gothitel's abilities, seeing like what it could do, because I was really interested in using it in OU and other normal tiers. And I noticed the ability Magic Room, and I recalled a post on Smogon saying that Magic Room was a viable like team strategy or something along those lines. But it isn't because Showdown doesn't let Magic Room work. So after like a little bit of thinking, I basically thought that if I'm going to use this ability correctly, I can't use Gothitelle, and it's going to have to be in rotation. And that's basically how this team was born. You can see that I have, the Fire Water Grass core there. I have two Magic Room setters. I also have Meloetta. I'll explain that later. Yeah, I'll explain the team in general later. But for now, I think I should just probably start. So if I remember correctly, this guy's Smogon name was Gotian. Yeah, and that's not his. Sorry, that's not his Smogon name. That's just his game name. Um, but yeah, he leads with Ninetales, Donphan, and Dusclops. Ninetales lets him get the sun, obviously. I lead with Meloetta, Latias, and Keldeo. I just figured that was the best thing. It's not, a reasonable. There's not much synergy there, but I just figured it was the best thing. Now, that Hypnosis, that very first play, mattered so much because if he had hit, I know it has quite a low chance of hitting, but if he had hit, I would not have been able to get my Magic Room up. But I predict the next Hypnosis and sub with Keldeo. He then switches into Venusaur, and I just decide to get out of my calm mind. I'm fairly confident that he's not going to be able to break the sub. I then switch into Meloetta to take the predicted energy ball. He does get the special defense drop, which comes back to bite me later, but I just go for the relic song to set myself up into the pirouette form because this is a physical Meloetta. I then go into my Latias, thinking I might go for the Magic Room just to end the setup stage of my plan. But in the end, I just decide to go for Dragon Pulse just to get some damage on something, as he Will-O-Wisps, probably trying to get my Meloetta there. I then go into Keldeo, thinking I can do a lot of damage even in the sun with Hydro Pump at +1. He does take that fairly well though because it's in the sun. I then switch into Meloetta as he goes for another energy ball with his Venusaur, probably trying to break my sub, which does a lot. I stupidly lock myself into Shadow Claw because this is choice banned. Because basically, just quickly while I get behind myself, what Magic Room does is it nullifies the effect of any item that any Pokemon is using at the time. So if you're using a choice item, you don't get choice locked, but you don't get the bonuses either. But once it ends, then it works as normal. So I just completely missed what's happened, so sorry about that. But I rotate into Keldeo, go for the Hydro Pump, just trying to get some damage on something. So he goes for Growth, and I'm thinking, oh god, because I have been swept by Venusaurs after in the sun after one Growth before, and I absolutely hate them. So I just go into Latias, thinking I'm gonna get swept. This is it. But that's a crit. Latias took that really well, and I was really surprised because this thing is max defense, and I wasn't expecting it to take it very well at all, especially after burn. And then he does the obvious thing and ice shards, and I'm thinking, well, my Latias is pretty much dead now, so I may as well just leave it in. But no, I survived the ice shard. In fact, I survived it so well that I have enough health to survive the burn as well, which is wonderful. And I'm going to be using Latias a lot more from now on because it's such a tank. And I may use Wish Button Latias. I'm not sure. I'm not sure in singles. But anyway, I protect, get the wish. He tries to Ice Shard. I then rotate into my Keldeo, knowing that I'll be able to either kill Venusaur or Donphan or get a hell of a lot of damage onto Dusclops again, even in the rain. So his Venusaur dies. He sends in Ninetales. I think at this point he was pretty much trying to storm me out of Hydro Pumps, which was a good move on his part. I think I do miss one of them at some point. But yeah, after his Ninetales dies, he goes into Volcarona. I just keep going for the Hydro Pump. Here, I don't know, maybe he didn't expect it to survive, but he just goes to the quiver dance, or maybe he was expecting to outspeed, but my Keldeo is scarfed. It is also naive, so yeah, that's not going to let it outspeed at all, and I am going to kill it with a Hydro Pump next turn. So yeah, that's good for me. So that dies. I'm ahead. I'm ahead of myself now. That's a surprise. But yeah, he's then sent in Victini. I was thinking, oh, this won't survive. Volcarona did, but Victini, that's no problem. But it does survive as well, and I guess it's because of the sun. You know, I'll be honest, I kind of forgot about that in the game. But yeah, he goes for the fusion bolt. That's obviously going to take out my sub, being super effective from 100 base attack. He then switches into his Dusclops as I go for the struggle, expecting to just about manage to kill the Victini, but that isn't what happens, and he does get off the pain split. Although he doesn't get as much health back as he might have, he still gets quite a bit back. I'm then going to go into Meloetta and go for my choice locked Shadow Claw because yeah, it's it's super effective. But he gets the Will-O-Wisp, predicting that probably, which means this is going to be pretty useless. But he does kill it off anyway with his Donphan with the Ice Shard. So then I think I send in Metagross after he gets the leftovers. Yeah, Deep Bloom, Metagross. That is a reference. If you get that, you're awesome. So yeah, I then rotate into my Latias, thinking that I can heal it up a bit now. As he goes into his Dusclops, I think he goes for the Willow. He then goes into his Victini, goes for the Fusion Bolt, but because I think he was probably predicting me to try and get the Wish onto my Keldeo. But no, I just go for the Magic Room, thinking I can set up with my Metagross in case I need it, and I just get the Wish back because Fusion Bolt does absolutely nothing to me. So yeah, now I send in Keldeo, and I go for the Secret Sword now that I can switch up moves. But that doesn't help. He uses Pain Split, gets a little bit more health back again. He then goes into Victini. I think he goes for the U-turn here, which tells me that he isn't choiced, which is interesting because most Victinis are choice or life orb. So I guess he's probably expert belt. But I just go for the Dragon Pulse here and kill it off. Oh no, of course he must be choice because of Magic Room. Forgetting my own abilities there. But anyway, he then goes into Donphan and finally kills off my Latias. Um, so good job, Latias. You were amazing this battle. I am definitely going to use you again. This is the first time I've used Latias ever. So yeah, I send in Celebi basically because it's my other Trick Room setter, and also because it has super effective attacks to Donphan, and I figure it can probably kill Dusclops in with Giga Drain. But no, it lives with like 1 HP. And then I'm like, I'm going to kill this with a struggle, and that's what I do. And that made me laugh when that happened. Rarity, Keldeo, does die. That is the wrong form, by the way. I couldn't figure out how to change the form of Pokégen, but never mind. And then, because I have 3 Pokemon left, one of which is Celebi, I'm obviously going to be able to deal with this Donphan that's left, and that's going to be good game. So, yeah, rotation matches. I really enjoy them, but apparently nobody else does because it's almost impossible to find a game on Smogon, which sucks a little bit, honestly, because, like I say, I really enjoy them. But I have been doing some other stuff as well. I have a showdown match with a friend, which I just recorded today to do. I also to narrate. I also have ooh, I have OU battle on my DS to narrate for you guys. So this isn't going to be the only one this weekend. As I was fearing, sorry, that's my annoying Facebook friends. Um, but yeah, thank you very very much for watching. Um, if you enjoyed this, please subscribe, please comment, please like. You know, all that stuff really helps me out. So yeah, thank you very much again for watching. Really hope you enjoyed. I hope it's not too unoriginal posting a rotation battle. And yeah,